Mackenzie over here. How's fight week going so far for you as champion?
Fight week has been amazing. It's definitely a little bit different. Doing the face-offs with the belt in my hand, I'm kind of like, how do I shake her hand? But yeah, I mean, it's been, besides like all the interviews, that hasn't changed too much. But just getting used to having the belt over my shoulder most of the time during fight week. But it's been fun.
Yeah, and I saw you had that face-off with her yesterday, and we had the chance to speak with her a little while ago. She was in here. But I guess what was your read? Was there anything that you could take away from that moment, facing off with her for the first time?
No, I mean, that was the first time I've ever met her, so I've never even seen her in person. But yeah, I mean, I think she looked happy, she looked confident, and I think we both looked like we were there to throw down.
Yeah, it's been kind of an interesting little build-up. She was in here, like I said earlier, and she seems to think that you don't like her. And I don't know. Do you not like her? Is that true?
I don't like her or dislike her. I don't know her. So, but I mean, yeah, I think it's really cool how she is tied with the most finishes. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I'm learning about her this week. Not because I have anything against her. I think she definitely maybe had her eyes more on me than I did on her, but just because she was in the 125 division, she wasn't even in our division, and then she came down, and then I mean, I was just focused on me and Wei Li at the time and ahead of me, not really who's fighting behind me. So I never really paid attention, but not that I don't like her or do like her or anything like that. I don't know her, but I really respect her journey in the UFC. She was on The Ultimate Fighter, and I was able to take part in The Ultimate Fighter with Team Bisping and DC. So what the girls and the guys go through, I give a lot of respect to it, and you can see how, I don't know if she won, but I think she won, but to get up here and be fighting for the title shot is nice, but I think she's the one who doesn't like me.
She actually did confirm that in her interview earlier, so.
Yeah.
Now that you've had time, because there was that little period of time, right, where it seemed a little uncertain who your first challenger was going to be. We didn't really know what was going on with Wei Li. Now that she is in front of you, you feel like she's a worthy title challenger level opponent for you, now that you've studied her?
Well, when they had mentioned maybe the winner of Amanda Lemos and Gillian would be my next title fight. So I think Amanda, because I had a loss to her, and then Gillian, I know she was like on a 4-fight win streak. So, I mean, for the strawweight division, like you guys know how it is. If you have like a good like two back-to-back wins, even 3, you can cut that line pretty easily, And her having four straight wins and now 5 straight wins, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. But definitely I was happy, especially her being a grappler. I think that's a good matchup.
Yeah, I think that's what's exciting a lot of people about this fight, right, is that she's known for her jiu-jitsu, and you obviously are too. I'm sure if I asked you the question of who had the better grappling, you would say you. But if you're at like a 10, what would you give her? Like numbers, on a scale of 1 to 10.
For MMA, I mean, like... What? I think 8, 9,
okay, so
8, close.
Ballpark. But you feel pretty confident if the fight hits the mat, there'll be a pretty clear discrepancy about who's better in that area.
I mean, no, because I mean, it's 5 minutes. Each round is only 5 minutes. So I mean, 5 minutes isn't a lot of time to work, especially when she's good and she knows what she's doing. I don't know what belt she is, but if she's a black belt, well, I mean, there's other girls that are black belts too, like Vienna and stuff like that, but. So she's someone who's aggressive and goes forward, and she looks for the attack. I think she's going to try to progress in the fight. She's not going to just get a takedown and just stay safe. I think she'll try to catch her back, and she's not someone who I want to fall in a bad position with. So, I mean, if she knows how to stay safe and I know how to stay safe and we both know how to attack, and, we only have 2 minutes left because it took 2.5 minutes just to get to the ground, because they're still punching and cage and all this, I mean, it's an MMA fight, I don't think people could see that much, especially when I've seen some of her submissions now with the UFC posting this week. Like armbar, she attacks from the bottom, she attacks from the top. So, I mean, an armbar is an armbar, but, I mean, you still have titles and you still have, the accolades that the person brings to the fight. And she has been submitted. She was armbarred. I think I know some of her fights in jiu-jitsu, she got leg locked, so there are definitely definitely weaknesses or holes there. I haven't been submitted or things like that. I mean, so I don't think in this fight you'll see like, oh wow, I'm doing something totally crazy that she doesn't do. But I do have some tricks up my sleeve.
Thank you. Good luck.
Mackenzie, right here. 5 years ago, you did an interview with us, and you said that you felt women had to do more work to gain the respect in MMA compared to the men. Now that you have that belt in front of you, do you feel like you've finally gotten the respect maybe from the fans that watch MMA?
No, they're still the same. I mean, it's still the whole like bathroom breaks, and you know what I mean. It's just, I mean, what they want is like trash talkers, and the women, I think most of the women, it's like we kind of bring the more, I don't know, elegant side or chic or, you know what I mean? That part to MMA. Although I think that's cool that we can like turn it on and turn it off, and we can be like humble. I've come from martial arts. So since I'm 3, you win and you can lose in the same tournament, in a jiu-jitsu tournament, like on the same day. So a win and a loss doesn't make you better than someone else or things like that. It's like the consistency over the whole year that makes you like the number one in the world, not if you just won on one day. So, I mean, the fans, they're crazy. Of course, I think we're starting to bring more and more exciting fights just because of the level. It's getting better and better. But, I mean, what they really want is trash talking, like the Ronda Rouseys and the rivalries and things like that. And you see that even with the guys. If the guys are like more humble or more quieter, then the fans are kind of talking. But at the same time, there are fans, so if they hate it, if they like it, that's what we need. We fight for the fans. And but yeah, I think if we can keep showing exciting fights, you see like Rose Namajunas, knocking out Weili and all these crazy things, that's where we keep getting the respect that we want. So we just got to train hard and try to have good matches.
Did those comments, like you said, like fans saying like, "Oh, bathroom break" when the women's fights, did that ever bother you in your career, or did you just kind of push that off to the side and it's like they don't know what they're talking about?
I don't know. That's like not that they don't know what they're talking about. I mean, it's still like like a taste or it's their opinion. But I mean, it definitely bothers me more when they say like, I don't know, that I'm going to get beat up or things like that, or that they don't see my actual technique. But if they say the fight's not exciting or something like that, I'm not too worried about it.
Hi, over here. To your left. There you go. Hi. Mm-hmm. Obviously, coming into the UFC was such a storied jiu-jitsu resume, right? Did winning the title finally kind of allow you to separate, Mackenzie Dern, the jiu-jitsu champion, from the MMA fighter?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely me winning, that was like one of the biggest representations. And I don't know, kind of give back that I could do for my sport, my martial art for jiu-jitsu in my community. But that was just, it's really good to be able to solidify myself as an MMA fighter because, I mean, I feel like I won my title mostly with my striking. Obviously, my jiu-jitsu is what makes people scared, and that gives me such a good hand in the fight. People kind of back off on how they fight me, and they fight differently. But so that obviously is a big reason of what got me here. But, I mean, just feeling comfortable with the striking and being able to adapt with whatever they throw at me. So, I mean, I became a champion in a completely different sport now. So I definitely represent jiu-jitsu, but I think that's separated now, and I'm a champion in MMA.
Yeah, and taking on someone that likes to do, like she aims to go to the ground as well. Does that make the fight a little more exciting for you? And do you think maybe, look, you want to go to the ground with me? Great, but I'm going to show you there's levels to this too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like levels to this, but I mean, it's just I don't know if she's fought someone who like doesn't want to go to the ground with her, So, I mean, we're going to be definitely engaging. That's why I think this fight is going to be so exciting, because I think there will be scrambles and there will be, grappling exchanges. And I'm super excited about that because this whole camp, I trained so much my jiu-jitsu, and it was just really comforting to be back kind of to, if I was going to go fight at the World Championships, like I used to 15 years ago. So I think it'll be fun, and yeah, it'll be a good fight.
All right, last one for me. Now that you're champion, when you became champion, when you won the title, right? Did you look back at your journey and maybe go, I've had to adapt, I've had to grow, I've had to change things here and there? And when you look back, was there a specific fight or maybe even a specific loss that you thought, you know what, that's the one that's the one that got me to push so hard that I got to this title?
I think my fight against Yan Xiaonan, that was like my main event. Like Mark Zuckerberg was there, and it was just one judge gave it a draw, and then it was like she won with the minority decision. So it was a fight that I felt that I attacked so much on the ground, and I felt just with the judges and like kind of the boxing commission that they didn't have I felt like they gave her more respect for defending all the submissions and all the danger that I put her in than how much danger I was actually putting her in. And then since they saw it that way, they didn't kind of look about how me being a grappler, how I was standing and exchanging her, and I hurt her too on the standing. So I felt like I could have or a draw or won that fight with the jiu-jitsu mindset. And so then when I lost that and I saw I understood the game of MMA, and how, ground and pound could be better and, worth more than me putting her in like these omoplatas and, all these chokes where I'm hearing her like, like choking, and I'm like, if this was in jiu-jitsu, this would be like so dangerous for, like, I'd get all these advantages and all these things like that. So that really helped me understand the game of MMA. And I think that's what helped change my mindset and help me get to the belt. And like on my title fight, I'm like thinking about damage and not just attacking and wasting energy for knowing that people who are watching, they want to see damage. Thank you.
Mackenzie over here. So obviously you got to participate on Tough a little bit this season, help coach. Is that something you could ever see yourself or want to maybe take a head coaching role on?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was fun. It was really cool to, like, meet the girls and the guys. And I was lucky because it was the strawweight division, so I was able to get the training in. But, I mean, I feel, like, not that I feel bad, but it's, like, it's a lot of pressure on them. They're, like, it's Monday, 4 p.m., and they're, like, killing each other, and then they have to go fight each other, like, next week and cut weight. So what they put themselves through, I'm like, this is crazy, But to be able to be there and kind of try and, I don't know, be an example for them and just help maybe inspire them a little bit was fun. But definitely I would like to get, would be interesting to be part of it and be one of the coaches and see who I would fight at the end or something like that.
And then last one for me, obviously all attention on Gillian, but is there a clear number one contender after her? Do you maybe think Wei Li would be that number one contender if she does come back to strawweight?
I don't know. I have no idea. I thought Wei Li was going to be my first title defense, so I really have no idea who they would offer after. And I don't have my eyes on anyone either, so just Gillian. Thank you.
Mackenzie over here. When you won the belt, your daughter was the happiest person in the world. She looked so happy on screen. What has she told you ahead of your first title defense?
She tells me to train a lot because now she understands that if we win, we get another one of these. It's not like we don't pass it on to someone. So she tells me to train a lot to get a whole bunch of these. And she thinks it's super cool. So she wants to have them all around the house.
Awesome. Best of skill.
Thank you.
Awesome. Over here. There's the old expression that a fighter gets 30% better after they gain that first title. Do you feel that that's happened with you?
100%. I mean, my first training back, my punches, my kicks, my movement was like, it was just crazy. And I was like, Coach, this is so crazy, And it was just, it's in my opinion, it's the pressure that comes off of you, and then you can really just go into training and evolve and get better, and you don't have pressure on you anymore. You already accomplished that goal that you wanted, and so now you just get so much better.
For sure. We've talked about the excitement around women's MMA, the current state it's in right now. There hasn't been a woman as a main event in almost 18 months. Do you feel any pressure on putting on an exciting performance this Saturday?
I mean, I always feel a little bit pressure to put on exciting performance, just because I'm always putting that on myself. I want to have a great fight, and I like bonuses, and I like having fight of the nights and things like that. So, I mean, definitely, like I was saying before, I would like to help if I can help in any way. I mean, I'm not a good trash talker, so I can't go that route. But if I can, get, especially now on Paramount Plus, to get, people who don't do martial arts who are watching and see the fight and say like, man, what is she doing? The girl looks like a pretzel, you know, or a knot or whatever, or knockout, or especially being the champ and being a mother, and just, you know, try to represent that the best way possible. So, yeah, definitely I have that pressure of trying to get exciting matches for helping women's MMA and UFC in general.
Thank you.
Mackenzie over here. Yeah. Ian Gary recently said that the world would be a better place if women were in charge. I just want to know, being a UFC woman champion, just kind of your opinion and if you agree with him.
I mean, that's so hard. I come from like a little bit more traditional like upbringing, you know. Obviously the women in my family are super strong and independent, and they taught me how to be a strong woman. But I don't know, I like the guy protecting and, you know, leading and doing that stuff, and I like to just relax, and if I need to go to war with him, I will. But yeah, I mean, I'm a mommy and stuff like that, so I think it's very good, strong woman, and we don't depend on guys. We can be independent, but I like the man taking the lead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mackenzie over here. First up, what was your reaction when you heard that your fight was going to be the co-main event on this card?
I mean, I imagined that, you know, my title fight was a co-main event, so yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be happy. I mean, I liked when I was fight nights, because then the whole poster was like just me and my opponent, but it's cool. I mean, 2 title fights, fighting with legend, the guy in the guys division, like Islam and Ian, all these guys. For me, it's awesome.
And also, what was your reaction when you heard that your fight was going to be held here in Philadelphia for the first UFC event in this city in over 7 years?
Man, I was super excited, especially just with the whole Rocky story and Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and you know, I was really excited to be here. And I haven't had like the best results on the East Coast, so I'm really trying to just break that, not superstition, but you know, I like to take that stuff out, you know, and so I'm excited to throw it down out here in Philly.
Final one for me is, when you look at your opponent, what do you think is going to be one of your biggest challenges?
I mean, I think the biggest challenge with Gillian would just be, I mean, I think like her not making a mistake. You know, I think she's just gonna like give her heart, you know, like she's trying to accomplish something that she wants so bad. So I think just the biggest challenge will be having to control her focus, you know, and try to cut down her confidence throughout the fight.